Tip number 316 from the book 501 Contractor Tips. This is probably another no-brainer. Drinking water doesn't sound like a tip, right? You know better. Well, I'm telling you right now, if you don't have water for your workers, you don't have water for yourself to drink, you're going to get thirsty. Now, if you're working on a house where someone else has water, that's fine. If you're allowed to drink their water, you're allowed to have it. Which this brings up other problems. I know people who won't get a porta potty. They don't want a toilet. Yeah, have your workers go in and use our toilet. And then you go in there to use the toilet and you see that there's a mess or there's dirt. Someone was washing their hands and there's dirt. There's dirty towels from them washing their hands. This isn't going to go over too well with the homeowner. It's not going to last a long time. Same thing with drinking water. You go in there, you grab a glass from there, you fill it up with their water, you drink it, you set that glass on their counter. At the end of the day, there's 6 more glasses they need to wash. Might not fly. So what I'm pointing out here, I'm really trying to hammer home, is these small things like this can irritate people over time. They can cost you money in lost sales. And of course, the main thing I was going to get at in the video here for this tip was the fact that if you do need water and you actually got to get in your car and go get it, how much is that going to cost you? You got to drive up a half hour, you buy, 5 or 6 waters, you come back, pretty soon you've killed an hour and your workers they're not doing anything while you're gone. They're thirsty. It's got to be on the job. And if you're not going to supply it, just make sure your workers have it on the job. Make sure that they have water. But it's not a bad idea for you to have water, especially in the summer. When it gets hot, you might need cold water. This is just these small things can increase production. They can decrease production. Lack of water, decreased production. You got workers that are dehydrated. They're not willing to work. I have been on jobs before where there is no water. It is dry. And you're thirsty. And I'll tell you what, around 2 o'clock, I'm not doing much. I'm waiting to leave at 3:30 so I can go get some water or get home so I can get some water, get something to drink. And when I say I've been on jobs where there's no water, these are jobs in the middle of the city. You can drive down to a liquor store, take you 10 minutes, I would imagine, a grocery store, get some water, come back. But this all takes time. It's going to cost somebody money. If your workers, you have 2 workers that got to go get water every day, how much money is that going to cost you? So again, this might not be the most important tip, but it is definitely something to think about, especially if you are working in the summer and you do see your workers slacking off towards the end of the day. No brainer. $5 of water could increase your production, save you hundreds of dollars depending on how many people you have on the job. So small things like this, you got to be keeping track of. And this water thing, what I'm talking about, there are more tips inside of this one tip here. Just think about it. You cannot have your workers driving off the job and going to get something. You cannot have them complaining to OSHA. You can't have them complaining to someone else and then pretty soon you're not a contractor anymore. These little things can put you out of business or cost you a lot of money if you're not aware of them and you're not paying attention to what's going on.